We are back on the air with the legendary John Catsimatidis. John Catsimatidis owns this radio station. He owns Gristedes, a lot of other entities. He is kind of a mogul in the best sense. And John, thank you for everything. You help make this world go round. You give a lot of people a lot of jobs, and it's amazing to be in your presence. Not to overdo it, but it is. Your accomplishment, it's off the charts. How you feeling today? I understand you just came from a funeral.
I went to a funeral, and a good friend of mine, I would consider him a mentor in banking, and Dick Silverman, and he was with Bank America for 54 years. And one smart guy, one good guy, people loved him. A Marine. He was a Marine. And he never forgot he was a Marine. His wife spoke and said he never forgot he was a Marine. His 3 kids spoke. He never forgot he was a Marine. And he was just a wonderful person. And but, you know, he was 87, 88 years old. And I guess our Creator turns the switch off when we get to those ages.
Yeah, at a certain point, he wants us back. John, you said he was a mentor of yours.
Yes.
How did that work? How did you tell us a little bit more?
I've always, no matter what my age was, and I had when I was, and I wrote that book when I was in my 20s and in the food business, I had about 12 mentors. Well, you had your father. There couldn't be a better mentor than that.
Yes, very blessed.
He was a Marine, and he was the police commissioner forever, and he did everything.
But I had a home field advantage. You know what I mean?
You had a home field. My father was a hardworking guy. My father was a busboy at Longchamp's restaurant on 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue, and he was then on Monday through Friday, Longchamps. Saturdays and Sundays, he'd go to Astoria because he spoke fluent Italian, and they gave him a job as a waiter.
I love it. Just one more thing on the mentor thing, but you had 12, and I'm curious about the ones you're not related to. That takes some effort, and that takes I
was in the food business, and in the food business in the 1970s, I would say in the New York area, a lot of them were Jewish. So I would say out of the 12 mentors in the 1970s that I had, probably 8 or 9 of them were Jewish. And I learned a lot from them. And I tell that to all the kids. That's why when I worked with the Police Athletic League, and I was raised in Harlem on 135th Street. And me and your dad would go to the Police Athletic League events up on 119th Street in Harlem, that PAL Center we had. And me and your dad would stand there, and we'd look at the 100 kids in that corner. And you know what I would say to your dad? I'd say to them, how many of them can we save?
Beautiful.
And I had tears in my eyes. And, can we save 30 of the 100, 40? I mean, I know we can't save all 100, but that was the purpose of the Police Athletic League. Now we have, Mr. Morgenthau was the chairman for like 50 years.
The great district attorney.
And your father was there as commissioner for 12 years. And Mr. Morgenthau hired me in 1984. And I just, I'm now the chairman. And I try to do as well as Mr. Morgenthau. Nowhere near it. I got to try even harder.
You know who needs a mentor right now? Mayor Mamdani, because he knows nothing about the food business. He's opened up a grocery store.
He hasn't opened up yet. He's thinking of opening it up, and I think he wants to open it up before the end of his first term.
Wait a second. Is that long? It's going to take that long?
Well, if you look at the speech he made, he says, yes, it could take that long. He might be able to open up one or so in 2027 or 2028. But don't forget, at the end of 2027, the new election is 2028 already. November of 2028, is it?
Big promises. And wait, when is the election? 29. 29.
29?
Yeah.
November 29?
Yeah. That's the general.
Okay, November 29, yeah. So, I mean, look, he wants to show to his, look, he's a young guy. He went to Bronx Science. He's a smart kid. He's a smart guy. I tried
academically.
Academically, he was only 34 years old. How much did you know when you're 34? You jumped out of an airplane. Good thing you're well.
I know.
I'm glad you're well because I'm glad you're here.
Well, and along the way I learned stuff.
Did you learn when you jumped out of the airplane?
Oh my gosh! And what happened next? You know what leaving an airplane is like?
Tell us.
Well, after the easy part is getting out of the airplane. The hard part, it's like when a cop shoots somebody. There are like 3 investigations, right? And you got the DA, you got the local, you got the internal, right? Because, automatically, if there's a plane crash, you're going to have a lot of investigations.
Oh, a lot of investigations.
And that takes a while. And I didn't remember everything.
There's a lot more crashes today in the last few years, and there's a lot more problems in aviation because of what happened in the last 10 years of putting more woke culture people into those pilot seats.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, if you're going to be a busboy or a waiter, I don't care who you are. But the average IQ of pilots used to have to be like at least 140, 150. And you can't, you have to do that. Otherwise you don't qualify. And ask any passenger walking on an airplane, you want your pilot to be qualified or do you want your pilot to be diverse?
Yeah, nobody cares what you look like. Qualified, please. And
qualified, please.
It doesn't matter what your skin
look,
color
I'm
is.
a pilot. The joke we tell, and you're a pilot. The joke we tell in my family is if both pilots, something happened to them, I could probably fly the airplane.
Yeah.
Okay? But we don't want to get to that point.
So let me get you on the war. They got the blockade. It seems to be going just fine. I feel like we have upper hand. It felt like I'm only going off a feeling here because we don't know that much.
Has made the free world free again. He has done a phenomenal job. I know you talked to him yesterday. I talked to him this morning. And, he did a fantastic job being on with Maria Bartiromo this morning. And you know what I said to him? I said to him that you did a great job, that you should be on with Maria Bartiromo every Friday morning or whatever. Just like, Bloomberg was on
with the radio,
with WOR radio, when
and Giuliani did the same thing.
Jerry Crowley was there every Friday to give the state of the city.
Yeah.
And he did well. And I think that President Trump should be on it every Thursday, Friday, whatever he picks it. He's the president.
Yeah.
And Bloomberg got a 3rd term. So I jokingly said to the president, maybe everybody will rise up and say, you need a 3rd term.
I always felt when he came down that escalator and I listened to that speech that one day he'd have Ronald Reagan type support, 49 state victory territory. It could happen.
Ronald Reagan only lost that 50th state by about a few thousand votes.
And my legend has it he did it on purpose so Mondale wouldn't be disgraced in Minnesota. Walter Mondale was from Minnesota.
Something about Ronald Reagan had a heart.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Donald, but I mean the president. But
no, you see, that's the thing.
Listen, he is a businessman first, a politician second.
You know he has a big heart. I know he has a big heart.
Does. He's behind the scenes.
He's discreet.
When he's in front of reporters, he has no heart.
It's an amazing moment. So, by the way, oil prices, you're in the energy business as well. This thing with the other strait, there's one on the other side of the Saudi Peninsula.
Red Sea or the Strait of Trump.
This is all going to be, as an energy executive, you're not worried?
No, I think once things settle down, the price of WTI, which is American crude, should be anywhere from 55 to 65. Probably Brent, maybe $10 more. Traditionally, it's $10 more.
Mm-hmm.
I think you bring down the key is you bring down the price of the cost of energy, And yesterday on my show, I had the Secretary of Energy,
Mr. Wright.
Right, and they're putting in a gas pipeline from Pennsylvania all the way to the Rockaways. So trying to bring down the cost of energy to New York City New Yorkers. And because we're getting killed in New York. You're going to see your electric rates go up. You're going to see I mean, it's just crazy what's going on. But in addition to that, I told you about Chris Wright. We got the president, and I know he's working on it. He's going to get the new Federal Reserve chairman confirmed, and next week maybe.
Worst.
And we got to bring down the cost of money, because you want to buy a new house, or anybody wants to buy a new house, it's got to be reasonable number on the on interest rates.
One more thing. I know candidates, let's face it, candidates need money and they raise money all the time. A trend, it's been Democrats are better with small donors. This guy Calico, he's running in Texas. He's a Senate candidate in Texas. He's raised $25 million, mostly small donations. And my interpretation, others say, well, for Democrats, politics is a religion. So the small donors will give. Small donors, $5, $10. You get a lot of people giving a little money. That's great. How do we compete in that area? How do conservatives compete in that area where religion is religion? Politics doesn't dominate their lives.
The number one item is versus the word left or right versus the word conservative or liberal is common sense Americans. And that all common sense Americans should sit around the same table. It happened with Newt Gingrich and Bill Clinton. It happened with Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill. We need more common sense in Washington. And Washington is a swamp. Yeah. And we were talking about it at the 5 o'clock show with Rita and Judge Weinberg yesterday and Craig Eaton. And you know what we said? We said we got to clean up that swamp. You can't be in Washington and have sex 10 times a week. You know, I mean, we got to clean up the swamp.
Okay. How many times a week can we have sex? 5. What's the right number? No, when you're a congressman, you should be doing the people's business.
You should, remember the movie, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to get a lot of flack on this. Maybe we need less lawyers and more business people in the Congress and the Senate.
Too many lawyers.
I liked having doctors on there because they represented, even though I don't agree with Rand Paul and everything. You need doctors. You need lawyers. You need business people because you need common sense decisions. You can't have. Well, what do you think it is right now? 80% lawyers?
That's a good question.
We got to Google that or
it's a lot.
An AI search, artificial intelligence. How many out of 435 congressmen and 100 senators? What percentage are the 535 lawyers?
They do write laws, so it's not
and honorary lawyers don't count.
Okay.
I mean, look what's going on in California. You believe what's going on in California?
The whole damn what aspect of the chaos?
By the way, we got on this conversation. You want to know what I'm going to do in Mondami?
Yeah.
My duty to God and my country and to our city is to make sure. I told Mondami that he can use me as much as he wants, but he's the mayor. It's his decision. It is to make sure that New York City does the right deal and a good deal.
Well, amen to that. Before you go, 2028, we got to get through the midterms. On the Republican side, who's impressing you right now?
I would say the top 2 candidates right now is Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance.
That's going to be one hell of a dance going forward.
And I'll tell you who the third guy is.
Who?
The tall guy from Virginia.
Oh, Youngkin?
Youngkin. He's got nothing to do and he's got money in the bank.
Yeah, that's time and money.
You heard it here.
Yeah. He's probably going to throw his hat in, and it would be interesting to see.
And those tall guys have an advantage sometimes. I mean, me and you are average. We're both about 5'8", 5'10". I don't know.
I know. I'm not. I don't exceed 6 feet. I wish I did.
If we were above 6 feet, do you think we'd be more successful?
I saw a guy at a party the other day. I said, "What is it like up there?" It was Dr. Migelos.
Oh yeah, 6'7".
I said, "What is it like up there? You see everything." You know what I mean? And he told me his perspective. It's kind of interesting. It's a different one.
By the way, I interviewed him the other day on blood pressure, and he says his blood pressure has to be a little bit higher to get blood all the way up to 6'7".
Well, that's one thing. And I learned from our friends at Abacus, you know, if you're over a certain height.
I'm a stockholder in Abacus.
It's awesome company.
Yes.
And they know that there are very few people who make it to 90 or 100 who are very tall. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like for
no wonder he's scared. No wonder he's being careful. By the way, a good friend, Dick Soloway, is in the hospital.
Why?
He went in for an operation or something, a minor operation, and they kept him in the hospital.
One of the nicest
He's
men.
a good guy. You know what I said to him?
Nicest man.
I said to him, you know, at our age, stay away from alcohol, stay away from salt, stay away from sugar, and stay away from dairy products.
Yeah.
I think he told me to go to hell.
And Dom Soloway, his wife, we're thinking about you too at this time.
John, yeah, we love you, the Soloways. We love you, and tell your dad we still love him. Yeah. And Manhattan College. I mean, we did that big dinner for him.
So beautiful. Manhattan University. They upgraded.
Upgraded.
Yep. University. They'll have a law school now. No law school. John Catsimatidis, we thank you. We'll be listening at 5:00, and we'll be right back.